everyone, I'm Superintendent of Schools, Teresa Placencia, and I am honored to welcome you all to our 2021 retiree video. This year's ceremony may feel a little different than usual, but today we are thrilled to have the opportunity to honor the service and contribution of nearly 60 retirees during this modified virtual event. This video will feature brief tribute speeches for our retirees who have opted to be part of this process. We hope you all enjoy learning more about our special employees. Each of our retirees have officially completed their professional journeys in the educational field, a journey which, for many of them, has spanned several decades. During this time, each of these special men and women has been dedicated to supporting and educating the children of Waukegan. Our district and the community owes our retirees a great deal of respect and appreciation for their work to help mold the future generations of our great city. While this last year was certainly a strange one, I want to wish each of you well as you move on to the next phases of your life. As a further show of thanks, our retirees will have the opportunity to select a parting gift from our retiree gift catalog they should have already received. Again, I'd like to thank this class of retirees for their work to support the students of our district. Without further ado, let's get to celebrating this year's retirees. Congratulations.
The Day Has Arrived by Kelly Roper. The day you thought you'd never see has finally arrived. And despite whatever you once believed, gosh darn it, you're still alive. You managed to survive your working years and retirement shines before you. Your spouse can nag you full time now, and your kids will still annoy you. Yes, these will be your golden years to live life as you please. You can play golf and power walk at the mall, at least until you give out at the knees. You can take up painting if you like and spend all day painting flowers. That is until your hand cramps up after holding the brush for hours. Don't worry about getting dressed every day. You've earned the right to stay in your pajamas. All you have to do is turn on the TV and watch your afternoon dramas. Sometimes life may be a little boring, especially when you've no place to be. You can take up exciting hobbies like doing puzzles or watching birds sit in a tree. Yes, retirement has its highs and lows, but there's one thing not to be forgot. As long as you're above ground and not below, retirement's the better of the lot. On behalf of Waukegan Public School Board, I would like to thank you for your years of service and contributions to our district. You will always have a place in our hearts and our gratitude for all you have helped us achieve. We wish you much happiness. Congratulations, you made it through the crazy year that was 2020 and 2021. You dealt with more in this last year than you may have had to deal with in your entire career. Still, you rose to the occasion and you made it. Enjoy your retirement and know that we will miss you. Thank you and be blessed.
I met Graciela in February of 2012, 1 month after starting at WPS 60 and at my very first Saturday kindergarten registration. They were very much like a family, Alma, Graciela, and Maria, and took great pride in what they accomplished each day. When Alma took a leave of absence due to health issues, I know that she knew that she left the work in great hands. They all knew what needed to be done. In June of 2018, a number of secretarial positions were eliminated and Graciela was rifted. I was surprised but pleased when she chose a position in student support as a student support secretary. That position was open due to an employee leaving. Graciela worked with me from July 1st through September of 2018 during our busiest of times, summer registrations, and the start of a new school year. As I already knew from my working with her, she has a great work ethic. She is professional, thorough, and thoughtful, and gets the job done. She was a great asset during that very busy time. We were just in our second year of online registrations. Parents had many questions. Graciela was great about assisting parents. In September, Graciela's current position became open to fill due to Alma's retirement because of health issues. Graciela applied for and got the job, as she should have. She had a great mentor in Alma, and Graciela knew the job. knew the reporting that was required, and slid into the position if it was always her job. Graciela and I work closely each week as it pertains to state reporting, English language learner reporting, and immigrant reporting. She is a stickler for accuracy, and we work collaboratively to make sure that data sent to the Illinois School Board of Education is correct and timely. I'm going to miss Graciela. I am so happy that she is finally taking a much-deserved retirement. We have been great co-workers, but we have also become good friends. I wish her much happiness in her retirement and future endeavors, and I ask just one thing. Stay in contact, my friend. Call me. We will plan lunch.
Querida Miriam, you have taught for Waukegan Public Schools for 25 years, and 6 of those years were here at Oakdale Elementary. You have made quite a difference in the lives of our students, our families, and our colleagues. You have very high standards and take pride in the work that you do each and every day. You encourage our pre-K students to try their hardest, and you make learning so much fun for them. Miriam, you show that you can make a difference in a student's life by the day-to-day things that you do for them. Those small things work together to make a big difference in the lives of others. Your commitment to your students and families should be applauded. You spent many hours not only finding strategies to teach, but creating your own materials. You made sure you provided an equitable learning environment for our students. You would often parade the students through the hallways of our building with their decorative cultural fashion, whether we were celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, Black History Month, or Dia de los Muertos. You had the students walking proudly through the school, banging on drums or singing or dancing. Oh, and you were also dressed up in cultural, decorative fashion. And you made us dress up at times as well, just to join the celebration. You nudged us all to get involved, and we all really loved it. Sometimes the hardest part about teaching is just getting the students involved and interested in learning, but you never had that problem. Whenever I would pass your room, the students were engaged. You supported your colleagues. If anyone needed an idea or help, they knew to go to you. Ms. Argeta, you are one of the greatest teachers I've ever met. You have made a lasting impression on the world through the lives of the students you have taught. Thank you and happy retirement. Tú eres una de las mejores maestras que ha conocido. Has sido una impresión del mundo en las vidas de nuestros estudiantes y padres. Muchísimas gracias y que tenga un feliz retiro. Te vamos a extrañar.
My dear Miss Laverne Austin, 32 glorious years, 5,664 hard work days, 7,363,200 meals served to students with the utmost professionalism and kindness I have ever seen. I would like to personally congratulate you on your retirement from Carmen Buckner. I and the entire staff have enjoyed working with you during your time here. I know from your grandson Larry, you would wake up every morning very early in the morning and be prepared way before it was time to get started. And I have seen your zeal and passion for the work you do firsthand each day. While you will be missed by all of us at Carmen Buckner, you certainly deserve your retirement. This new journey for you will be spent with relaxation and fun with your children, Trina, Willie, Crystal, Ramon, Brenda, Trisha, and Tasha, and also your 23 grandchildren. I can see you now relaxing, reading your Bible every day, hanging out with your family, and singing in church. Your hard work and diligence have greatly benefited our Waukegan Public Schools, and I know that the staff here will strive to follow your stellar example.
When a man retires, we take a minute to reflect on his career. And as Mr. Juan Ione is retiring, let's take a few moments and reflect on his many talents. Many people don't know Mr. Ione is a kind of a Renaissance man. He writes poetry, often about sports, especially boxing. He is an artist, and he is a photographer. He writes short stories. He announces a play-by-play for boxing matches. He is also a teacher, willing to share his life and his expertise with his students, to encourage them to also become Renaissance men or women, to pursue passions, to do more than just the job. Thank you, Mr. Ione, for all you have done for the students of Jefferson, and before that, for the students of Waukegan High School. Wishing you relaxment and peace and plenty of time to enjoy your many talents in retirement.
We would like to wish Mr. Beatty a happy retirement of 22 years in Waukegan School District. Mr. Beatty served as a teacher and as an administrator in our district. I remember Mr. Beatty as an administrator in the middle school level. We would often swap stories about how to handle situations and the best practice to ensure the success for all of our students. Upon moving to the high school, I had the pleasure of having Mr. Beatty work as a teacher at Waukegan High School Brookside campus. He is a very friendly and caring individual that is easygoing and cares deeply about the success of his students. We would like to wish him success upon his newfound interest in leather making products. I believe he will be successful in this endeavor and wish him success. Thank you, Mr. Beatty, for all of your dedication to not only the students, but our community as well.
Dear Mary, you've taught for Waukegan Public Schools for 20 years, and 10 of those years you were a diverse learner resource teacher at Oakdale. I had the pleasure of working with you for the last 5 years. You always knew how to interest our students, even the most recalcitrant. You have always shown a lot of patience with those who had a difficult time learning. You collaborated with teachers to find the best interventions and strategies for our students. I know that you will never forget the sound of our students' laughter, the ringing of the bells, the shouts of joy in the cafeteria, your students blending sounds and reading a new word, and the morning chats with your colleagues that became your friends through the years. We are all sad to see you go, but at the same time, we are happy that you will enjoy a well-deserved retirement. God bless you, Mary, and all you've done.
I have worked with Mary Jo for the last 7 years, during which time she's become my friend and role model. M is for Master Motivator. Mary Jo can get even the most distracted, active students wanting to do their best. A is approachable. Mary Jo makes everyone feel comfortable coming to her, from coworkers to parents and students. R is reliable. You can count on Mary Jo to do what she says she will, whether it be keeping a secret or getting something done. Y is for young at heart. Mary Jo is fascinating to watch interacting with students, especially the younger ones. She seems to speak little people language. J is for joyful. Mary Jo always has a smile to share during good and bad times. O is for optimistic. During challenging times, Mary Jo can always point out the light at the end of the tunnel. B is for beloved. Mary Jo's students really care about her. They can't wait to share with her what's going on in their daily lives. They're disappointed anytime she's not available. L is for loving. Everywhere Mary Jo goes, there are feelings of love and respect. She happily shares her time, talents, and treasures wherever needed. A is for awe-inspiring. During the 7 years that I've worked with Mary Jo, she's had challenges in both her home and school life. I'm in awe how bravely she marches on, giving her all instead of buckling under pressure. K is for knowledgeable. Mary Jo is knowledgeable in many areas. Most importantly, Mary Jo knows how to make everyone, students and adults, feel valued and motivated. E is for exemplary. As I said in the beginning, Mary Jo is my role model. Every day I try to reflect Mary Jo's quiet, caring strength. Go with love, Mary Jo. And know that you will always be in our hearts.
Barb Moore Bowers has dedicated her entire life and career to serving Waukegan Public Schools. As a Waukegan alumni, McCall, Benny, and Waukegan East, she began teaching at Jefferson Middle School in 1987, transferred to East Middle School, now Juarez, in 1996, and finally came to Benny Middle School in 1998. She has literally been teaching the entire time I've been alive. She is a beloved member of the 39er staff, the leader of our Sunshine Club, a cancer survivor, mom of 2 teenagers, wife to a veteran, and the best colleague I've had the honor of collaborating with. Despite being a teacher for 34 years, she's stayed up to date with the times and actually teaches me a thing or two about TikTok videos, Google Slides, and our Bitmoji classrooms. She's a flexible, fun, and energetic educator who truly cares about the students and their academics, always working hard to instill a love of reading and learning. The fact that she has had so many students now who are children of her former students shows just how much of a memorable impact she has made over the years. Barb, Queen Barb, lemon drop. While the ink dries in your last few days as a teacher at Benny, know that we will miss you dearly. I will miss you. However, we wish you all the best as you embark on the next chapter of your adventure.
It's my honor to present Barb Correa, 4th grade dual language teacher at Little Fort Elementary. Barb started off her career in CPS, where she worked until 1995, where she was hired and remained a Little Fort Dolphin for 26 years. 26 years in the same building, teaching either 4th or 5th grade dual language. She loves the fact that she's been able to see her students grow up and become the parents of the students in her class. These former students often tell her about how they remembered her Friday songs, the research projects, and how she changed and challenged them to reach their highest potential. She's tutored students kindergarten through 12th grade through the years and volunteered at the Waukegan Library, where she started their bilingual hour. Years ago, she led efforts through Little Fort to collect various toiletry items for the Senior Center on Sunset Avenue. During my first few years at Little Fort, Barb would wear a new motivational t-shirt every day, and she would start her morning by talking about the meaning to her students. Students then had to write a journal entry making a connection to the meaning in their life. When I would see Barb and her students in the hallways, she always made them stop and tell me about the meaning on her shirt. Barb is often referred to as Mama Correa around Little Fort. She cares deeply about her colleagues and is always trying to help out. She wants to make sure that everyone is fed and enjoys whatever meal she has prepared and brought in. I have often come back to my office to find a plate of salad, Puerto Rican rice, or oatmeal breakfast patties that she knew were my favorite. This past year, Barb has opened up to the world of technology. Technology has always been difficult for Barb, but halfway through quarantine, she had 3 screens going at the same time. She found that she still was able to make connections with her students. She just had to discover new ways. I asked her what drove her this past year, and she said she still loves to teach. After retirement, Barb will do some traveling to Puerto Rico to do nothing by the beach. She wants to make sure that I emphasize that she will be doing nothing. After she's relaxed for a bit, Barb plans to travel around the world, making sure she visits Israel once again. She wants to continue to motivate people and watch the sunrise wherever and whenever she can. Her advice to teachers out there wondering when they should put in for retirement is this: leave when you love what you're still doing. Barb will be missed at Little Fort every day, but we wish you the best and hope you get the rest you deserve.
It is with great pleasure to share my thoughts about working with Ms. Dunn over the past 6 years. Ms. Dunn has served over 30 years providing educational services to support the students in District 60. After more than 3 decades of hard work and dedication to others, she can relax and enjoy the simple pleasures of life, family. I have worked closely with Ms. Dunn for more than 6 years and engaged in conversations about the future. At times, Ms. Dunn will mention that she will be retiring soon, but I must admit, I never thought it would happen this soon. And as a result, I lost my walking partner. I will never forget the memories that were made over the years. The graduation of her granddaughter, the pictures of her first grandchild, and now there is a second one. The power walks through the hallways after school, and the competition of the number of steps we make each day. You have literally left your footprints at Webster. Enjoy all the new adventures life is giving you after you close this door. Continue to live life to its fullest. Congratulations on your retirement and keep in touch.
Hey Jean, on behalf of the school psychology department and all of WPS 60, I'd like to thank you for your many, many, many years of service. You've been here since 1989 and serviced our students and brought brightness and sunshine and butterflies to everyone you came across. We're always going to miss your fairy hair and all of your butterfly stories, and I can't wait to see you again. Thank you so, so much for all of your years of service, and I really hope that your retirement is everything we've all laughed about and joked about. We're gonna miss you.
It is an honor and privilege to share just a few words about Dr. Timothy Gauss. better known to us as Deacon DJ Gauss. It is with his lively and joyful spirit he is always dropping the tunes. But on a serious note, we want to thank Dr. Gauss for his dedicated and faithful service to our district and to Jefferson for 25 years of service. It is through his belief and faith he challenges our students to have high morals and expectation. Although his immediate and initial response to any question at all will be no, Dr. Gauss has a secret heart of compassion, and in the end he is always changing to yes. If it is for his students, he was in. We will miss our 5-minute morning discussion and debates on how to save the world, and your joyful smile and laughter down the hallway. Although we never thought you were actually going to retire, which you have been telling me for the past 5 years, you did it. We wish you our best as you move forward in your next endeavors. Best wishes, Dr. Gauss, from the J Team and WPS 60.
It is a privilege to recognize Maria Godziki for her 5.5 years of service to the children and families of Waukegan. Maria joined our Greenwood family as a bilingual liaison at the start of the 2015-16 school year. Her presence within the school community was immediate. Maria has been a team player and a loyal colleague with a positive attitude and a hard work ethic. She built strong relationships with students and families while interacting on the school grounds during arrival and dismissal each day. Her motherly instincts were always present, whether supervising on the playground, translating at an IEP meeting, or working with a small group of students or parents. She went above and beyond her duties as a bilingual liaison in order to serve our families and support our Greenwood community. No challenge was too great for Maria. She always showed compassion and care in her work. Maria's family values and strong faith were evident each day while interacting with others. Maria, you've opened the next chapter of your life with retirement in January of 2021 and have already started enjoying spending quality time with your family. Continue to strive to achieve and accomplish all of your life's goals and have fun as you do it. Enjoy creating special memories with your loved ones and working on your many projects. Well done, my good and faithful servant. We wish you good health and much happiness in your retirement. Congratulations.
Dear Carol, time goes by so very fast, it's so hard to believe that after over 20 years in the district, it is time for you to leave. You've colored the worlds of thousands of Waukegan's children, making the idea of retirement for you a difficult decision. Amazing projects and works of art are forever pasted in our mind. The amazing things you did with kids are truly one of a kind. You have sculpted your time to work night and day as you want the best for all of our kids and wouldn't have it any other way. You're now free, spend time with family, go out and paint the town. Sit back, relax, and unwind. You deserve it, hands down. Love, your Cook family. Happy retirement, Carol.
Now I would like to wish another special person within the music department a very happy retirement. Mr. Don Glassell, who served the Waukegan Public Schools students for 19 years, will be missed as he closes the door on a distinctive career. Fondly known by his students as Mr. G, they held him in high regard. Mr. G was a bit of a unicorn across his tenure in the district. Not only could he handle a large band and work with a marching band, but he also was extremely adept at working with students in the orchestra program. As he entered the ranks of WPS, he worked within the band program and he closed his service years in the orchestra program. Not all musicians can boast that kind of service. Don had several students that achieved high standings in district and state competitions, and he worked diligently at maintaining the orchestra program at the high school level. Always wanting the best for his students, he demonstrated an ability to guide students into performing at their highest levels for concerts and other performances. The music department will miss Mr. Glassell, but he is wished a wonderful and happy retirement. Onward to Lake Michigan and the yachting season. Thanks, Don.
Congratulations to Mrs. Catherine Goodnature on her retirement. I worked with her for a year at Jack Benny Middle School and had a discussion with her previous principal, Mrs. Minerva Cruz Familiar, to discuss her distinguished qualities. She was passionate and dedicated to all students and Waukegan Public Schools. She knew her curriculum, yet she knew her students more. She was effective at differentiating. She loved working as a special education teacher and an English language arts teacher. She was an avid gardener, and her yard was amazing. The best part about this was in the winter, the staff and students got to enjoy her plants as they decorated the halls of Jack Benny. She was lively and energetic and wanted to maintain 100% effective until the day she retired. She did not want anyone to know about her retirement. Waukegan will miss her, and I know she will miss serving, but we are blessed to have had her for the many committed years she gave us in Waukegan.
Dear Mrs. Hernandez, I still remember the first time we met, and I automatically knew you would be an exceptional teacher. And sure enough, I was not wrong. Your daily dedication and your hard work demonstrate your effectiveness as a teacher. You always made sure to be there for your students, supporting them with academic goals, giving your best and being there for them. Of course, I will always remember your beautiful bulletin boards and those delicious flans and rosquillas you made. You will be missed, but I'm so happy for this new journey in life and a chance for you to reflect and take time for yourself. Dios la bendiga, querida amiga y colega. With much appreciation, Mrs. Lubianos.
Sara, felicidades. Es un placer para mí ser tu colega. Aunque yo no fui la persona que te contrató, estoy muy agradecido de que Mrs. Figueroa haya podido reconocer tu talento. Eres un miembro importante de la familia Glenflora y eres una excelente maestra, muy dedicada a tus estudiantes y a tus padres. Estoy muy impresionado de cómo cada año tus estudiantes terminan el kinder leyendo, escribiendo, conociendo un alto nivel de matemáticas y siendo también estudiantes respetuosos. Un verdadero testimonio de tu ética laboral. Los padres también son conscientes de tus talentos. Cada año tenemos muchos padres que solicitan tu clase para sus hijos. No solo eres una buena maestra increíble, sino que también eres muy dedicada. Todos los días eres una de las últimas en salir de la escuela, preparando que tus pequeños sigan adelante. No cabe duda de tu talento como educadora. Además, también eres una gran persona. Tratas a todos con respeto y amabilidad. Has sido mentor de nuestros maestros y has compartido tus conocimientos con el personal. Una verdadera profesional. Quiero desearte todo lo mejor en tu jubilación. Tómate un tiempo libre, viaja, ve a ver a tu familia, pero en cualquier momento que desees volver a vernos, hazlo. Siempre tendrás un lugar en nuestra familia de Glenflora. Si necesitas algo, déjanos saber. Sara, no te diré adiós porque espero verte de nuevo. Diré que te diviertas y nos vemos pronto.
Waukegan High School Diverse Learners Department is losing a fine educator and advocate for both students and staff. After raising her 2 children, she returned to teaching in 2004. Cheryl Howe has been with us in Waukegan since 2010. During that time, she has always been assigned to my personal favorite address in Waukegan, 1011 Washington Street. At Washington campus, she has been a math teacher covering courses like algebra, geometry, and applied math. Being a special educator is far more than the courses we are assigned to teach or the IEPs we have to write. Cheryl advocated for her students' post-secondary endeavors to help them achieve their dreams. Her impact on students in Waukegan will last decades to come. Advocating for others is a passion of hers. So much so, she slowly became quite involved in the teachers union and continued to advocate for her colleagues beginning in 2015. Now that she will no longer have union meetings, fire drills, or the personal job of chasing students out of the teacher center, She will have plenty of time to travel with her husband Todd, watch her birds, listen to live music, and adopt some more cats. You could often find Cheryl during lunch in a heated debate on the topic of just about anything. One day, we were debating for an entire period on whether cookies should be soft or crunchy. This fast-walking, sandal-wearing, crunchy cookie-loving lady is going to be missed at Waukegan High School, and especially among her DL peers. Thank you for your years of service and education and the Teachers Union. We appreciate you, and congratulations on retirement.
It is a privilege to recognize Ted Jessulian for his 28 years of service to Waukegan Public Schools. Ted was one of the first teachers I met at the high school when I came on board as the Fine Arts Chair. He immediately made me feel welcome, and he has done the same for everyone else that has joined the ranks of the art team at the high school ever since. Ted has always been a team player and will always go above and beyond to ensure that students and teachers alike always have what they need. He has been a strong mentor to new art teachers, taking them under his wing to assist them as they begin to forge their own paths. Recently, Ted shared some student personal reflections from the year with me. I'll share a few statements here now. One student writes, "Thanks for being an amazing teacher and for sharing your knowledge with me." And another writes, "I really enjoyed being in this class, even though it was virtual. I'm glad I got to do things that I haven't done in this type of class. I thank Mr. I and all of his help in the 2 semesters and how kind he was to help." Teaching art through a digital platform was not easy for anybody. Thank you, Ted, for persevering through all of the last year and a half and for making a difference in the lives of your students for 28 years. You will be missed, and I expect regular updates on the new chapter you are about to begin.
Mr. Jonas served as a Waukegan High School Brookside Campus Library Media Specialist. Prior to this position, he was a special education teacher. Mr. Jonas is often the first through the doors to offer assistance to all in need. When asked about why he does what he does, Mr. Jonas replied, "There are a lot of people that are in need of support. That is why I'm here. The true reward is seeing kids do their best in school." Mr. Jonas established a tutoring program in the library through which students could access teachers during their lunch or prep periods for extra support. The program has now expanded to Washington campus as well. Mr. Jonas also started the after-school tutoring program in conjunction with the Waukegan Public Library. He also facilitated an ACT tutoring program for students in need. He is a founding member of the Waukegan Faith Council, a group of school and community members dedicated to providing mentoring to our students that are in need. Thank you, Mr. Jonas, for your many hours of work at Waukegan High School, and good luck at what life has in store upon your retirement. Your dedication to students and staff will be missed.
There is so much that I could say about Miss Patricia Lascola. From the moment that I stepped into Miguel Juarez Middle School as assistant principal, I was greeted with a warm welcome from Miss Lascola. From then on, she would continue to check on me and make sure that I was okay, and truly being that work mom that I needed and have truly come to appreciate. When it comes to teaching and learning, Miss Lascola has remained a learner throughout her career. Even in her final year, she has continued to seek professional development, find new ways to address the learning needs of our students, and build relationships with our Tigers, even in the midst of one of the toughest times in educational history. She has found ways to make it work and work effectively. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, Ms. Lascola, for being an anchor in the world of education. You are completely invaluable and will truly be missed in the halls of Miguel Juarez Middle School. Your impact on your students and colleagues has been inspirational and life-changing. Finally, I would like to share this poem written by an unknown author. Time goes by so very fast. It's so hard to believe. It's time for your retirement, time for feeling free. You worked so hard to make this dream come true, and no one deserves it any more than you. I wish you days of happiness, not filled with any strife. I hope that your retirement years are the best years of your life. Thank you for everything, Pat. Happy retirement.
Dear Jimmy, the time has finally come. Your retirement is here. After teaching at Cook for 7 wonderful years. 13 total years here in District 60, where you have left a lasting impression on staff, students, and families. You came from the business world for students' lives to affect. Your famous line we often heard, sounds like a management problem, I suspect. Bolero ties and Stetson hats are your trademark. Your passion and remarkable stories about life in others ignites a spark. It's time to relax, spend time with family, and soak up the sun. The next chapter of your life has only just begun. Love, your Cook family. Happy retirement, Mr. Lindeman.
It is with great joy and privilege to celebrate a new beginning with you, Beth Lopez. I remember the first time we celebrated something new was the wedding of your daughter that I officiated, and now we find ourselves celebrating a new season in your life as a retiree. I don't know if you remember this, but the first day I saw you in our building after transferring to us, I asked you the questions. Why middle school? Since you have been teaching elementary for such a long time. And with a calm voice, you said, you know, I think I'm ready for a change. Well, going from elementary to middle school is definitely a change. Yet you handled it like a veteran and with much professionalism. I will never forget the many updates and conversations about life, your grandchildren, your daughter, her husband we had. You always had a way of conversing and keeping an even keel mindset about matters. A change is definitely coming again, Beth. And Beth, I think you are ready to handle it once again with much dignity and poise. You have weathered many storms as an educator, including a strike and teaching through a pandemic. I have always appreciated your calm disposition, resolute attitude, and professionalism in the workplace. You have earned the respect of your colleagues, Beth, because of the person you are. So this is not a goodbye and good luck speech to you, but more of a, you know what, see you again, Beth, and enjoy this new beginning as a retiree. I'm sure that we will see each other again. On behalf of the Miguel Juarez Middle School family, thank you for being you and enjoy the next season of your life as a retiree.
It is with great humility and pride that I commend Ms. Sue McDonald for her service to Waukegan Community Unit School District. Susan, who we so fondly call Sue, has served well in the Business and Financial Services Department. She first started here under the leadership of Mr. Jules Godin, working with financial projections for insurance, and soon her responsibilities expanded to student activity. She did an awesome job in both areas. Under her leadership, our district was able to build a framework by which we could monitor and report out student activity funds in a more timely manner. She routinely could be seen in schools assisting with management of funds and reporting responsibilities. She also assisted in tracking and reporting on the district's approximate $42 million capital improvement project some years ago. She did so in an exceptional manner, which assisted greatly in reporting the use of bond funds, which is essential in the business office. Despite wanting to keep Ms. McDonald within the business office, we know that she has served us well, and her work does not go unnoticed even today. It is with great pleasure that I say, relax and enjoy your time off. Try something different. Inspire somebody. Remember to enjoy the small things. Explore new places. Make time for yourself. Entertain your friends and family. Nap frequently. The best has yet to come. Blessings and honor to you, Miss Sue. You deserve every moment. Thank you for all that you have done to make our district the best that it can be. Thank you. Enjoy your retirement.
I have had the pleasure of working with Bart Medlock for 10 years now. When I first came to the district, he was one of the very first people that I met, and he was gracious enough to show me the ropes and show me how the gears of this very large district operate and turn. He has been an absolute institution in our music department. He has been a devoted teacher for as long as I have known him. And he and I have had the privilege of putting on 19 middle school band and orchestra concerts together. I'm really going to miss our conversations during our late parent-teacher conference nights. So Bart, I wish you all the best. I wish you a very happy retirement. I look forward to seeing you around, and I'm so sorry that they fixed the side door, Penny.
I first met Carlos Mesa 20 years ago when he began teaching at Glenwood School in 2001. We were colleagues for 5 years before I accepted a position in administration and moved on to a new role. Carlos also joined the admin ranks a few years later, and he became the assistant principal at Glenwood School, where he served in that role for 7 years. He realized his passion was in the classroom, teaching students. Fortunately for me, when he had this epiphany, I happened to have a bilingual teaching vacancy at Hyde Park. He joined our team in 2014, and our Hyde Park family has been fortunate enough to share these last 8 years with him. Carlos is the ultimate professional. Not one day goes by that he's not dressed in a perfectly pressed pair of slacks and a dress shirt. He doesn't only dress the part, he gets results from his students. Year after year, he impresses with his student data, getting his students growth and proficiency levels that raise the bar in our school and across the district, to the point where he gets to be a little annoying to his colleagues in the grade level team meetings. However, those who have had the pleasure of experiencing Carlos outside the school know that he really knows how to let loose. Let's just say he isn't the life of the party. He is the party. And I have some great stories if anyone ever wants to hear them. I know Carlos has recently had some uncertainty about being a full-time retiree. I'm sure once reality sets in, or maybe Martha's influence, he will realize what a great life retirement has in store for him. I'm hopeful that my professional time with Carlos has not come to an end and will find a way to keep him involved at Hyde Park in some capacity. I also really hope for him that he has a long and joyful retirement that he can spend doing the things he loves, like traveling and spending time with his grandkids. I am more hopeful that now that our professional relationship has shifted, that we will be lifelong friends. So Carlos, it's time to hang up the dress shirts, slacks, and dual language glasses, and it's time to start the party of the retired life. Here's to you, buddy.
It is official. Tom Morris is retiring, aka Mr. Morris. Those are the most bittersweet words which I've been dreading since I joined Waukegan Public Schools in 2016. Please know I tried to talk him out of it several times. For those who don't know him, Mr. Morris has spent the last 29 years of his distinguished legal career serving as our school district's legal counsel. The last 11, which he's been a full-time Waukegan Public School employee. During these last 3 decades, he has become an invaluable figure and leader of our school and district. Tom is the total package. His integrity, wisdom, patience, and humility has been vital to our district and our Board of Education, and his knowledge has been crucial in much of our decision making. His voice is unanimously respected throughout our office, as his expertise is highly valued and sought after. As a new superintendent, Tom's guidance was instrumental in the education of this community and this position. I don't think a superintendent can ask for a better legal counsel or friend to help them navigate the world of public education. I could always count and confide in him with any issue, and I learned very early on that not only does Tom always have the answer, but he always has the right answer, even if his opinion differed from mine. I'm going to miss a lot of things about Mr. Morris, chiefly his sense of humor and his presence in the office. Mr. Morris is one of the most intelligent and strongest men I've encountered in my career, and his counsel and his friendship has helped me guide me through a variety of situations during my time as a new superintendent. We are all going to miss Tom, but at the same time, we are ecstatic for him. We all wish him the best in the next chapter of his life. Tom, I hope your retirement is full of blessings and you enjoy the well-deserved, uninterrupted quality time with Evelyn and your grandchildren. We are deeply going to miss you, and I'm going to plead to you once again that it's not too late to say that you will stay another year. Congratulations, enjoy your family, and we love you. Thank you, Tom, for everything you do and every person you have touched in this district. Good luck, best wishes. See you in Virginia.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Ellen Pena on her well-deserved retirement this spring. Ellen began her career at Waukegan Public Schools in 2007 after working at the University of Illinois in Xerox. During her time at Waukegan High School, she has become one of, if not the, go-to person for all things chemistry. She's become an invaluable leader in the department, supporting colleagues in their teaching, taking a leadership role in equipment purchasing and management, working as a Scholastic Bowl coach, and more. Ellen, you have our very best wishes in your retirement. It is our sincere hope that you can use your new free time to enjoy your trips to Ravinia, continue your craft and artwork, and enjoy your time with your husband and 2 sons, who incidentally both teach in the district. Congratulations, Ellen. I'm very fortunate to be able to congratulate Christine Pereira on her impending retirement from teaching at Waukegan Public Schools. Chris is a former practicing nurse and brought her science background and dedication to others to Waukegan High School Science Department in 2003. She's been a leader at the 10th grade team since the beginning, acting as a point person for earth science and a strong team leader in chemistry. Her colleagues can attest to her overwhelming dedication to others, and anyone who has come to the department since she started has experienced her willingness to help and her dedication to supporting other teachers. She's truly been a teacher of both students and of educators during her time at Waukegan High School. Chris, we wish you the very best in your retirement. We hope you enjoy your time with your husband, son, and daughter, and your friends. Looking forward to spending more time with you at Ravinia this summer. Congratulations, Chris.
Waukegan High School Diverse Learners Department is also saying goodbye to another individual who has been a part of our Bulldog family since 2001. Not many people know this about Deborah Pulaski, aka Deb, but she was an electrician before becoming an educator. She started at Waukegan as a substitute teacher after her eldest needed an IEP, and St. Anastasia could not help her out. So she started her journey to be LSB1 certified herself. She has been assigned to both Brookside campus and Washington campus over the years. With an average caseload of 10 to 15 each year, added with the 5 classes annually, that puts her about over 1,000 students that she's impacted. It would be easier to list all the subjects that she has never taught than to list those that she has. She has written IEPs, SOPs, BIPs, IPSs, and any other 3-letter combo you can think of. I am sure she is relieved that she will never have to hear the term Indicator 13 ever again. She has also been a homebound tutor for some of our most medically vulnerable students and has been an integral part of our School to Work program for our students with IEPs. Deb cares about the students of Waukegan, but is also looking forward to her retirement plans of spending time with her family that includes her 4 children and doing all the things that having a full-time job prevents. I would venture to say that some Ravinia concerts and summer festivals with sandals on are in her near future. Thank you for your years of service and education. We appreciate you and congratulate you on your retirement.
Hi Donna, good to see you. I'm so excited to be assisting with the retirement speeches. It's been such a long time that I've known you. I've been here for 17 years. You were an individual that welcomed me into this school district, and I was always in awe of you. Donna started her career in Waukegan Public Schools 24 years ago. She joined our team from the medical setting. She started off over at Whittier when it was just a preschool site, and then moved and transitioned to Glenwood, where she finished out her career. I can't say enough about Donna. Not only is she an incredible speech-language pathologist, colleague, but person. Everybody who knows Donna loves her, adores her. She's kind, she's sweet, she's compassionate. She takes individuals under their wings. And Donna, I'm so excited for your retirement. I know you're going to do amazing things. I look forward to seeing what that looks like in the future, but note that you're going to be missed. A lot of families and colleagues really enjoyed working with you. So I hope that you have a great retirement. Please keep in touch, and I'll miss you dearly.
It is with great honor and privilege that I have this opportunity to say a few words for Mrs. Marlene Putterman, who has worked at Miguel Juarez for the past 22 years. Mrs. Putterman is one of the few teachers who started to work at Waukegan Public Schools when Miguel Juarez was formerly known as East Middle School. During her time at Juarez, Ms. Putterman has taught all 3 grade levels and served in multiple capacities, serving the needs of hundreds of students. I fondly remember our first meeting in which we had a great conversation, knowing each other and immediately connecting after we found out we shared a common friend in Mimi. Mrs. Putterman will be forever remembered for being very affectionate, kind, caring, and loving with all of her students. She would go above and beyond in order to fulfill the various needs of her students and families. Mrs. Putterman is one of the few teachers that felt comfortable sharing her phone number with families in order to have a closer and immediate communication and access with her. Ms. Putterman also was very attentive and caring with her colleagues, including teachers and teacher assistants. She has strong relationships with staff that have lasted even when a few have retired long before her. I will always remember and miss Mrs. Putterman's very kind gesture of handwriting all the names of the outgoing 8th grade students on the promotion certificates. Mrs. Putterman, you have a kind heart and have touched many lives in your journey as an educator. Thank you for all your dedication and commitment to our Tiger staff, students, and families. You are one of a kind, and I wish you nothing but the best as you end your journey and give your full attention and love to your grandchildren, spending time with your family. From the bottom of my heart, happy retirement.
I am very humbled to present to you an outstanding educator who has devoted her entire vocation of over 27 years in the profession to the students of Waukegan Public Schools, Mrs. Maritza Rios. Her vocation started at the young age of 4 years old with her stuffed animals, then proceeded to her siblings, and finally, after earning her degree, began teaching her students at the 2nd grade level. From the very beginning, Maritza believed her students were the most precious gifts that her parents could have offered her. She understood the magnitude of being entrusted with their children each day when they entered her classroom. Maritza felt that her students should always be treated as if they were her own children. You see, for her, it was so important for these little human beings to have an environment that they felt safe, loved, and could trust her like a mother. These are the most important ingredients in the social, emotional foundation for a child to not only learn, but thrive to the best of their potential. As her principal, I witnessed daily Maritza's dedication, care, support, and high expectations, which she not only held for her students, but herself. I would also like to share an experience of Mrs. Rios, which recently occurred. She was shopping at a local store and was waiting in line to pay for her items. Maritza heard voices coming from behind her. She then heard a young man say, "Well, go ask her." Then a young lady's voice said, "Mrs. Rios, do you remember me?" Now both were fully masked due to the mitigations resulting from the pandemic, but the connection between the two was very evident. The young lady had been one of Mrs. Rios's children from her very first year of teaching. In her student's voice, she could hear the excitement of this unexpected reunion. She exclaimed, "You look the same, Mrs. Rios. I have always remembered you. I want you to know you were my favorite and best teacher." This story illustrates that Mrs. Maritza Rios will always carry the hearts of her students, her children, with her, and that she will always be regarded as a consummate educator in Waukegan Public Schools. In closing, thank you, Mrs. Rios, for your incredible service. May you have many years of joy, and may God bless you during your next chapter in life.
A few words on the work of Nurse Janet Ritter upon her retirement. The theme of this speech is Nurse Ritter is awesome, and here are some reasons why. Nurse Ritter, for example, loves to attend meetings, and not just meetings she organizes, all meetings for all reasons. And she especially loves acronym meetings. If there's an SIP or an ILT or a BLT or an MTSS or an IEP or 504, Nurse Ritter is there and contributes and does all the pre-reading. It really is incredible to see. This truly is a gift. And second, of all my colleagues over the past several years, Nurse Ritter is #1 on the list for requesting to work on Saturdays or Sundays, or if the alarm isn't set or late at night. And third, Nurse Ritter is thorough. No detail is left to chance, no stone unturned. Because of this attention to detail, Nurse Ritter finds solutions for every problem, even problems that don't even exist. And fourth, the incredible energy. I worked with Nurse Ritter at Washington campus, and a few years ago when we had a vacancy, Ms. Patch asked me if I knew Janet Ritter, and that she thought Janet might be a good fit for Jefferson. What she meant was Ms. Ritter had some energy. At Jefferson, we call this Jefferson energy, and Nurse Ritter surely has it. About 80,000 steps a day, I would guess, which is pretty impressive considering all those meetings she attends. And then lastly, and most importantly, Nurse Ritter cares about each and every student and staff member. She'd do anything for a student, or any teacher, or para, or secretary, anyone. She very truly wants all of us to be happy and well in every way. So in conclusion, Nurse Ritter is awesome. Happy retirement. You've earned it many times over, and Waukegan is a better place because you've worked here. Thank you.
Mr. Vandenberg, after 14 years of service to the Waukegan Public Schools students, decided to retire this year. Pete is a passionate and caring individual that wants the absolute best for all of his students. Mr. Vandenberg went out of his way to assist others in any way possible. He took new teachers under his wing to help guide them in any way that he could, and he was a wonderful contributor to the World Language team at Waukegan High School. Very conscientious of fulfilling his role within the department, Pete worked diligently when it came to assisting to write curriculum, develop assessments, and plan fun activity for the annual World Language Week. He was also a major part of the planning as we developed the Seal of Biliteracy program at its inception. Not only was Mr. Vandenberg dedicated to the World Language team, but he prided himself in offering to assist in the development of the whole school. Just this year, he was anxious to become a part of the mission and vision rebuild process that was taking place. He is truly a dedicated professional that wants the best for his students. Mr. Vandenberg will be missed, but we do wish him a very safe, healthy, and happy retirement. Thank you, Pete, for all you have done for the Waukegan students and their families.
I would like to thank Ms. Wickel for 13 years of service to Waukegan School District. Prior to her being a counselor at Waukegan High School Brookside campus, she served as a teacher and as an administrator. Over the past 4 years, I have gotten to observe Ms. Wickel in her counseling position. I appreciate and am grateful to watching her willingness to listen and to jump into a task for the benefit of our students. Her dedication to our students before, during, and after school is priceless. She quickly responds to students in need and gets them the help that they are seeking. Ms. Wickel is a very friendly person. Her interest in people as individuals has shaped her work. She has developed many relationships with her students and her colleagues that have developed into a lifelong close friends. We wish Ms. Wickel well and want to thank you for all that you have done for our students and community. Good luck in your next chapter called retirement.